Hi, this is Dr. Sunil Garg on behalf of Essentials of Acute Care, an educational platform for anyone and everyone who is interested in critical care. Today I am going to discuss about oxygen therapy in spontaneously breathing adult in acute care. As we all know, oxygen therapy is an essential component in the care of critically ill patients, and there are various devices available to deliver the oxygen. It includes various kind of face mask and nasal cannulas, and in any given situation, which device should be used depends on multiple factors, and it includes the dose of the oxygen required, how well the patient tolerates the device, and what is the underlying condition of the patient or the clinical status of the patient. As I mentioned, the choice of the oxygen delivery system depends on clinical status of the patient and the desired dose of oxygen. Means what is the dose of the oxygen which patient will be requiring. Dose of oxygen is a function of FiO2 or fraction of inspired oxygen and the rate of oxygen gas flow. Other important factors include humidification of the oxygen if it is to be delivered for the anticipated long duration, and pulse oximetry should be used to monitor the effectiveness of oxygen delivery in any given situation for that particular patient. Now coming first to nasal cannula. Nasal cannulas are the oxygen delivery devices which are commonly used not only in the hospital setting but at home also. The commonly used nasal cannulas are of low flow type which can deliver oxygen from 25 to 40% depending on the oxygen flow rate. But the ultimate concentration which is delivered to the patient varies depending on respiratory rate, tidal volume, and the extent of the mouth breathing of the patient. With low flow nasal cannulas, oxygen is delivered at a rate of 1 to 4 liter per minute, and the delivered oxygen concentration varies from 25 to 40% depending on the gas flow rate, patient's respiratory rate, tidal volume, and the extent of mouth breathing. Oxygen should be heated and humidified if it is to be given for a long period of time. It is used to deliver oxygen to an adult with a low oxygen requirement, but it has limited utility as a primary system of oxygen delivery during the stabilization of the acutely ill patient. Here you can see nasal cannulas. This is low flow nasal cannulas. Here you can see it is the nasal prongs, two prongs, and this is the oxygen inlet. Now coming to nasal cannulas with high flow. It involves delivery of the heated and humidified oxygen via a special device which can deliver up to 60 liters per minute. This device or this system is better tolerated than face mask in patient with the respiratory distress or failure. It is associated with the decreased respiratory rate, decreased work of breathing, and better oxygenation than face mask in observational studies. It is a reasonable alternative to standard oxygen therapy or non-invasive positive pressure ventilation in adults with the acute hypoxemic respiratory failure without hypercapnia. After nasal cannula, now coming to face mask. The face masks are the most frequently used oxygen delivery system in the acute care, and the mask should be appropriately fitted, sized, and transparent. The characteristics of the mask fit, and the addition of a reservoir determine the amount of the oxygen that can be delivered to the patient. The characteristics of the mask means whether the mask is of simple type or it is of small diffuser type, whether there is presence of any valve on the mask, and the mask fit means whether the mask is appropriately sized or not, and how effectively it is secured to the patient. Here it is important to emphasize the relevance of mask fit and the mask size because these variables affects the delivery of oxygen or the effectiveness of oxygen delivery. Type of the mask include simple mask, small diffuser mask, partial rebreathing mask, and the non-rebreathing mask. Specialized face masks are used for non-invasive positive pressure ventilation in patients with the acute respiratory failure. Now we will discuss various types of face mask. First, coming to simple face mask, it provides higher concentration of the oxygen than a low flow nasal cannula. It is useful for the patient who need a moderate amount of the oxygen to maintain the acceptable oxygen saturation, and based on the respiratory rate and the mask fit, simple mask can provide oxygen concentration between 35 to 50% with oxygen flow rate between 6 and 10 liters per minute. Mask itself serves as a reservoir for oxygen, and exhaled gases escape through the holes, exhalation ports on each side of the mask. Here you can see exhalation port on each side of the mask, and this is the oxygen reservoir. Now coming to another type of face mask, that is face mask with small diffuser, because it has a small diffuser system which directs the oxygen towards the mouth and nose. It has the ability to provide a range of oxygen concentration 25 to more than 80% just by adjusting the oxygen flow rate from 1.5 to 15 liter per minute. Another type of mask is face mask with partial rebreathing. It is nothing but simple mask with an attached reservoir, and the oxygen concentration which can be delivered through this mask is more than what can be achieved with simple mask. The oxygen concentration of 50 to 60% can be achieved with oxygen flow rate between 10 and 12 liter per minute, and the air is drawn during inspiration predominantly from the fresh oxygen inflow and what is there in the reservoir. This is a region that oxygen flow rate must be adjusted to keep the reservoir from collapsing in order to maintain a high percentage of the oxygen in the reservoir and minimize CO2 rebreathing. Because whenever the patient exhales, there is chances that the exhaled air will go into the reservoir, and it will dilute the oxygen concentration, and it may be the reason of CO2 rebreathing. Now coming to non-rebreathing mask, how this mask is different from the other mask. It is by the presence of the one-way valve present in the non-rebreathing mask, and this one-way valve prevents oxygen mixing with the exhaled gases and room air, so it provides the highest concentration of oxygen. First one-way valve is located between the reservoir and the mask, and the second one-way valve is located at exhalation port. It provides oxygen concentration up to 95%, and it is the most reliable for providing highest concentration for spontaneously breathing patients in the short term. Oxygen flow in this mask should be adjusted to prevent collapse of the reservoir bag, and the oxygen flow rate should exceed the patient's ventilation demand to prevent the room air entrainment. Here you can see non-rebreathing mask. This is the reservoir bag, and here you can see at the exhalation port there is the presence of the valve. After nasal cannula and face mask, this is another kind of the oxygen delivery device, that is enclosure system, and it consists of hoods and tents. Hoods mainly covers the head of the body, and tents cover the upper part of the body. Usually it is not used in adults. Ventilation bags are different from the other oxygen delivery devices discussed till now. It not only provides oxygen but assisted ventilation also. There are two types of ventilation bag. One is the self-inflating bag, which is also known as Umbo bag. It reinflates with the recoil mechanism and does not require oxygen gas or gas source to re-expand. A reservoir bag must be attached to Umbo bag in order to consistently deliver high concentration of oxygen. The second type of ventilation bag is the flow inflating bag or anesthesia bag, which is commonly used in the anesthesia, and it requires gas source to remain inflated. It provides 100% of the oxygen, and the flow of the oxygen and outlet control valve must be adjusted to ensure safe and effective ventilation. Here you can see Umbo bag. This is the self-inflating bag, and here you can see the flow inflating bags. This is the bag which is inflated with the gas source, and this is the outlet control valve. Here is a summary of various oxygen delivery devices. Here you can see nasal cannula, simple mask, partial rebreathing mask, non-rebreathing mask, and oxy mask. Here you can see how much oxygen flow is required and each device how much oxygen concentration they can deliver. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you like this video. If you have any feedback, suggestion or comments, please write down in the comment section box, and please subscribe to this channel. Once again, thanks for watching the video.